Hello, world. I got new teeth. I just got back from Tijuana to get some cosmetic. No. The guy went to Notre Dame, Dame, and he's all up, and don't worry. Yeah, they use a retention line and they jam it in your gums with spiky things, and it hurts real bad, and yeah, it's super bad. The gum thing. You think the grinding of the tooth to like fit the crown, each crown, would hurt? No, that's nothing. And yeah, anyways, so I have that going for me, and so this is a video where I'm just gonna tell a story about Courtney Love beating me up. I thought I'd do it in here because this is I call this area the cabin. It's just a giant bunk bed. This is underneath it part. So, but yeah, it looks kind of cabiny or something, so thought it'd be good for a story. And so Courtney Love was playing with her band Hole during this period, and this was in 2000, maybe like 1, 2, or 3, around there. I was like maybe 19, 20, 21. I don't have the like exact, I don't say stubs like that, or like it's not a steel trap, some shuffles. But yeah, so I'm with my gal. We went to this radio station festival, local alternative rock in the St. Louis area, and just a kind of a dude bro sort of thing, but like the tickets are cheap, and it's something to do in an area where there's not that much to do. And yeah, so we popped in there and to see Hole, and we're sitting in the lawn section sweating really hard. It's so hot. It's just smelly, hot. Just down by the river on probably the hottest time you could imagine, and I'm overdressed. I'm wearing this like independent truck company jacket. It's like kind of red. It's like Glenn Stalling down there at Altered hooks it up, and I was just like loving that thing, and wore that, and she wore like a sweater or something. I don't know what we were thinking. It was just like the hottest day, and so we're just sitting there and like, we're just sweating our butts off, and then these guys start coming over to us, and we looked a little different than the rest of the crowd, and so I guess they kind of like picked us out as their like thing, and they come on and they're like, hey, we got some tickets if you want to come up front row with us. And I'm like, oh yeah, like these guys are gonna walk us up to the front row with these tickets. Awesome, like let's go, like cool, it sounds good. So we're walking up there, and they're walking with us, and they go right up there, and they get us in, and we're all walking in together, like. And I thought that they were just gonna like give us some tickets, but they're like walking with us. So we get down there, and it's the front, and like we're checking it out, and like this is where like some people probably spent some money to sit. These are pretty nice, and we're sitting there, and then he gets kind of like it's an intermission because the Hole's going on next, so we're like we're just sort of like this, what a great stroke of luck, but these guys are kind of like want to come back to the bus and blah blah blah. I'm like, but Hole's about to play. No thanks, but no, I think I'm just gonna watch Hole. Yeah. Go away, Orgy. Like, we don't want to go back to the band named Orgy's tour bus. Like, I think I'm okay with that. Like, I don't think that that's a smart idea that we go back to the band named Orgy's tour bus. And it's not even like that. They actually sounded really whack. It was like some weird 2000 sound thing. Everyone has a embarrassing moment or whatever, but yeah, they were just not my thing. And so they're just kind of like getting almost kind of like not really pushy, but a little pushy, right? We're just like a little, and they're feeling like, oh well, these guys are kind of shading us. We gave them our tickets. We thought they wanted to hang out with Orgy. It's like, no one wants to hang out with Orgy. Like, we just want your seats, bro. Like, so like I go to her, and I was like, give me some of them PMS pills you got. She's like, here's pour some of these PMS pills in my hand, and I'm like, here. I gave it to them. I like, take these to them and bye. And they're like, okay, and like they left and went back to their bus. I'm like, that should buy us some time. Like, so now we're sitting there and like I don't know. You think they're gonna come back or something? Like, want to go sit over there? Like, so we went and like the stage is like right here, and then there's these like two like kind of like walls that sort of fan off to the side, and so we're like sitting off to like stage left, which is right if you know industry speak. And we're sitting there. I'm just sitting there, kind of like my legs are sort of dangling, and she's sitting there, and we're just waiting. And then I see Courtney Love from the way across, and I'm like, you can spot Courtney Love far away. It's real easy. And yeah, she's walking over, and like starting to get a little ants. I'm like, yeah, cool. Courtney Love's about to play, and we're like right here. This is real neat. And like she keeps walking though, and then she gets to the edge of the stage. She keeps walking, and I'm like, wait, she's coming like our side. Like Courtney Love's gonna walk past us. And I'm just looking up, and just kind of frozen, like sort of a deer in the headlights. You know, she's a broad-shouldered, bigger gal, and you know, there's nothing really wrong with women being bigger. Some of them are, you know, and the whole like I just everything around Courtney Love is sort of fading away, and I'm just like encapsulated by like just the silhouette of Courtney Love, and like just the radiant Courtney Love's like walking right up to you, and she just goes bam and cracks me right in the side of the ear, and I just like like just because it was like right where the hole, not like no pun intended, the hole of my ear, not the band, was hurting really bad because it's like that deep, it just hit just right in my ear, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just like kind of holding it, and like my gal's real mad at this point, and I'm just like, no, don't. She said, Courtney Love beat us all up, like, like she wanted to like fight her, and I but she would have gotten no, like so I'm just like, don't do that, and then Courtney Love just walked back. And I don't know if the jumbo picture caught it or something, but if they're like, I would imagine someone caught it. And then she started her show, and then they went into like, their opener. I forget what it was, because I'm more like, like still frazzled all about this. And then like there was some like one of these mass casualties sort of events at that time period. It wasn't Columbine, but it was like, I don't know, something like that. And I guess she had the idea to do a tribute for it. So she starts pulling people up out of this crowd, okay? And this is like still fresh, like a few minutes after, like I've just been assaulted. And she's pulling people out of the crowd, like younger people, and putting them on stage and letting them sit Indian style on stage with them while she does this like, and then we can all do this, and why don't we're all so different, and we could just love one another, and like just on that Courtney Love like thing, like this morally righteous, like it was so weird and alien, and they're all just kind of sitting there, and like we're just like, this is like David Lynchian or something, and then she like did her thing, and we just were like kind of taken aback by it all, and that's really it. To the story. I don't have any ill will towards Courtney Love. I still love Courtney Love's music. I always will. I have identified with her story, parts of her life, of course. I like Courtney Love. But yeah, she's a bigger, mean gal. So if you see her, you might want to watch yourself. And I don't really know why she would do that. I have theories. My two theories are that she could have been flirty. Because I've read that's how she met her husband Kurt, was when the first time they hung out, that she like wrestled him or something, and Kurt doesn't seem like he wants to wrestle guys, so that was probably a Courtney Love initiated sort of thing. So they were fighting and wrestling the first time they hung out. So if Courtney Love likes someone, she might do that that's one theory. I'm not saying that's what it was. Um, my other theory is that my hair at the time was blonde, and I had just dyed it blonde, and Anthony Kiedis was with the Red Hot Chili Peppers in that same festival, and he had his hair dyed blonde, and he hadn't even been on TV yet with it, so no one knew that his hair was dyed blonde. And Anthony Kiedis, a lot of people don't really like him. He's just sort of a machismo, like the rest of the band, everyone kind of likes, but Anthony Kiedis, you kind of like have to get past. And so maybe it could have been that. And she just like thought that maybe I was one of his fans instead of her. Like that's a possibility. So I don't know, but yeah, my album's coming along pretty good. It's not. Calling it my album isn't really. It's like almost like everyone's album because there's so many collaborators on it. But yeah, it's my album, but it's so collaborative. It might as well be everyone's. There's some really great guys. Sometimes I feel like a Make-A-Wish kid or something. How brilliant and inspiring some of these dudes like are. Like DJ Swamp is his portfolio and all of that, and he's just so impressive to like, you know, hear some of his stories, and he's just so cool and edgy. Oh, that guy's next level. And we got this really cool like cystic fibrosis rapper from there's this from Cardinal Glennon Hospital. He's young. And the cool thing about cystic fibrosis, no, well, not cool. The cool thing, not cool. I'm gonna make a joke. And cystic fibrosis has a like, you know, shorter lifespan, so it kind of makes you like, hey, let's get this album out, man. He wants to hear it before he goes, right? Oh, we love you, Cystic. You're good. You're a good one. You're one of the good ones. That's what we got. Some stems, lots more in the pipeline. The album cover is all concepted and everything. So more to come. That's 12 minutes. Get out of my cabin.